No, no. You are not supposed to be here. Get out!
Hey, thank you for watching our trailer of the story of a hero. So right now we're just going to go over the scenes of how it was done and kind of like the story behind everything. So I'm going to be showing the storyboard right about now. The first scene of it you're actually going to see before it fades black in and out for a few times. The hallway actually is a lot longer. We ended up actually having to cut it shorter just because of the time constraints. So the camera, while actually recording all of this, we had one person in VR while the other person was sitting here recording, and we had everything muted, so we had to sit there and tell the person when to walk forward, tilt left or tilt right, and also keep in mind that because I actually was recording the headset view, I had to record the left eye, which means that even though the player is looking straight forward, it looks slightly off to the left because of the camera. So with that in mind, we had to do, I believe, about 3 shoots for that first scene, and even then, I ended up splicing the two between the hallway and the temple you see. So next, actually, the walls, I ended up turning off all of the effects of reflections and highlights to give it that nice deep black tone, so you can't see any corners. But really, it's just a big black box. And now for the temple scene, what I ended up doing is that I had a bunch of gold coins, and I had the dragon statues. So I ended up adding a flame effect on the statues, and then adding some golden orange hue lights in the area of the coins. And then same thing for the treasure chest, I ended up adding a spotlight and a area light, just to give it a nice golden hue that you would see in most fairy tales. And that kind of goes back to the idea of what the story is truly about, which I'll get onto later. Next up is the rewind scene. So for this trailer, I wanted it to seem like a normal game at first until you really hear the narrator. And the point of him being there is that I want to go for a game that is more of a Pit People / Battlelog Theater-esque title, where the narrator, even though he's not really doing much, he still has this kind of feel to him as though he's like a god or overseer of the game that you are playing, so that, you know, you're kind of in his domain and at the will of him. So what I ended up doing was I wanted to give effect to him shouting now. So I took a Thunder Strike that I found online that was free, and I lined that up with him shouting, and then I took all of the images and the videos and sounds, and I put them, I believe, 3 times faster but in reverse. And then I ended up adding some of like a saw wave, I added up like in like distortion of like 2 types, and adding a bunch of static to it. And that kind of gives it a VHS rewind feel to it, and that's really how I wanted it to turn out, so I'm actually really happy with the trailer and how it turned out. Next up, it kind of just fades to black, and everything just kind of cuts out. I wanted that to kind of be a point of the person watching being like, wow, what just happened? And just kind of be an epiphany of shock. So when the player wakes back up and the song is different and it's kind of more of a mysterious feel than epic adventure, and just like looking around, it's actually a shack that we want to be behind a stable. So like the ground is all muddy and cracked and dry, and the wood is all old and moldy, and there's a bunch of crates, and then like a hanging light and a door. That scene, it's probably used to be a throwaway, and it probably wouldn't even be in the game, but I ended up creating it just for the trailer to kind of give the effect of the player has no idea where they are right now. The person has no idea what's going on, and they're just as confused as you are. And so the story of this, in the style of Pit People and Battlelog, it's going to be more of a humorous adventure and experience than an actual get to the end of the goal, fight the enemy's game. So it's going to end up being, you're going to be playing as this person, who I'm going to keep the name hidden for now. You're going to be playing as them through this journey of them. And basically they're just a normal stable hand for a king. And you're going to start out your day doing your normal task, going and like talking to different people in the village, and eventually going up to see the king, where he's going to mistakenly take you as the hero that they need. And from then on, the narrator is going to basically take over, and it's going to become an epic, just trail of events that make no sense. So, I really hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for taking your time to watch it, and hope to see you at the end of this.